Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through some player props I like over on Prizepicks for the Week 12 Thursday Night Football game that we got between the Bills and the Texans. Going to give out two plays I'm liking from this game, taking a first look at the board on Wednesday night, recording this video the night before the game. Got two picks we're going to give out in this video. As always, we're going to break down these plays, give some information, some analysis behind why I like them. Now, before we do get started, guys, make sure that you hit that like button down below if you enjoyed these Prizepicks videos. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel and if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, make sure that you go sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code and play $5. You'll get $50 worth of free lineups just for signing up and using code NOAH. And then also we do have a partnership with Sleeper. So I do want to give a quick shout out to Sleeper. If you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, you can download the Sleeper app, use promo code NOAH over there. You'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. As well, you'll get a free $20 entry. So just for creating an account on Sleeper, they're going to give you a free $20 entry. They're going to give you a chance to win money without even having to put any money in. That free entry, you get that, no deposit required. It's automatically added to your account once you sign up for Sleeper. So highly recommend you guys get over to Sleeper while they're running this promotion. Typically, they just do deposit bonus as their promotion, but right now they're also giving out a free entry. Again, that's risk-free pretty much. It's no deposit required. So definitely go check out Sleeper if you guys don't have an account over there, and make sure that you sign up with promo code NOAH. So that way you get that free entry and you still get your first deposit matched up to $100 as well. But before we do talk through our Prizepicks plays here for this Thursday Night Football game, guys, I do want to recap the plays that we gave out in our last NFL video on Monday. So, Monday Night Football for the Cowboys and Raiders game. We gave out two picks for that game. We went 1-1 on our two plays. Hit on Dak Prescott over 23.5 pass completions. But sadly, we missed on Dante Thornton over 7.5 receiving yards. Thornton didn't have any targets. He finished with 0 yards. He wound up playing the third most snaps at wide receiver. So, he was on the field a good amount. He was running routes. He just didn't get targeted. Really unfortunate. I would have felt pretty good about that play if you told me Thornton played. I think he wound up playing like 40% of the snaps, something like that. He ran a good amount of routes, was out there for a good amount of snaps, just couldn't earn any targets, sadly. It is what it is. We'll move on to the next one, guys. I know it's been a little bit up and down lately with our NFL plays. Results haven't been quite as good as I would like, but let's see if we can get back on track here for this Thursday Night Football game. Again, I've got two plays for Thursday night. Let's go ahead and break them down. So, looking at the first prop I like, it's going to be a receiving yards prop, and we're going to look at the Bills pass catchers, and I like Gabe Davis for more than 26.5 receiving yards. So, the Bills, they're a very deep team when it comes to their pass catchers. There's not really one guy in this offense that just soaks up all the targets. They run kind of like a committee at wide receiver. You can see all the receivers they have projected for yards. They have the running back, some of the running backs up there as well, but they're going to be a little bit more shorthanded for this game than normal. We don't have Curtis Samuel, who's out for this game. We also don't have McCole Hardman, who's out. Now, McCole Hardman, he only played 4 offensive snaps last week, but Curtis Samuel did play 41%, or excuse me, Curtis Samuel played 50% of the offensive snaps last week. So taking out Curtis Samuel definitely will open up some more playing time. It is worth noting the Bills did not have Keon Coleman last week. We don't know yet if Keon Coleman's going to play on Thursday night. He did not play last week because of a coach's decision. He missed a team meeting, and that's why he didn't play. If Keon Coleman does play, is he in the doghouse? Will he even get snaps? We really don't know. It's kind of just up in the air. But we saw Gabe Davis, return to Buffalo. He's back on the Bills. He got called up from the practice squad and played last week, and he had a pretty good role. He played 41% of the offensive snaps. I think he ran the second most routes on the team behind Khalil Shakir. So when he was out there, he was running routes, and he got targeted. He got 4 targets, had 3 catches for 40 yards last week against Tampa Bay. Gabe Davis obviously has a connection with Josh Allen. He's been on this team before. He's played with Josh Allen for multiple years, and he's had some big games, in the past with Josh Allen. Davis, I don't think really has a ton of competition for targets. I mean, besides Khalil Shakir, Joshua Palmer's not a high target guy. Dawson Knox, not a high target tight end. I mean, he's a guy that can definitely earn volume in this offense, especially without Dalton Kincaid, without Curtis Samuel. Obviously, there's more snaps available. Obviously, Samuel's not a big target guy, but taking him out of the equation just opens up more playing time. But taking out Dalton Kincaid definitely opens up more volume because Kincaid has been a decently high targeted tight end this year. And then we don't know about Keon Coleman. Like, is Keon Coleman even going to play? If he does play, is he in the doghouse? Like, it's just that's a tricky situation to project. But I think we're going to see a pretty solid role for Gabe Davis here. He should be out there once again for probably 50% of the snaps, potentially more. Maybe he gets more playing time this week now that it's his second week with the team. Last week was his first week with the team, getting called up from the practice squad. Maybe he plays more this week. Matchup against Houston, on paper, definitely not the best. The Texans do have one of the better defenses in the NFL. They have a good secondary. But I just think we're getting a low line on Gabe Davis, given the projected volume that he should see here, given the the opportunity he should have as probably one of the top raw receivers for this Bills team. Because you look at their other pass catchers, you don't really know what you're going to get out of some of these other guys. I know Terrell Shavers had a good game last week, but he's not a guy that I think we can really project to get a ton of volume. Josh Palmer, his volume this year has been very spotty. I think at most he's got in one game, the most he got 9 targets in their first game of the season, but really ever since then, he's just been getting 2 to 3 targets per game. Gabe Davis could definitely come in and, at least right now, while there's no Kincaid, while there's no Curtis Samuel, maybe while there's no Keon Coleman, again, we'll see if he plays. Gabe Davis could be a guy that gets 4 to 5 targets a week, for this team that's kind of depleted with their pass catchers right now. So I do like that as our first prop for Thursday Night Football. And then the other prop that I like is a fantasy score. And we're going to take Woody Marks for more than 12 fantasy scores. So Woody Marks saw his role really increase last week for the Texans. If you look at the snap counts last week, Marks wound up playing 66% of the offensive snaps. And the week before that against Tennessee, he played 80% of the offensive snaps. Now, Woody Marks was not very good last week against Tennessee, and that was a really good matchup for him. You would have definitely expected him to do better in that spot, but the volume was great. He got 18 carries, also had 1 catch in that game. He's been a guy that's been fairly efficient, as a runner this year. He's also been a guy that has shown an ability to catch passes. You look at his competition for touches. His main competition for touches is Nick Chubb, who at this point in his career, Nick Chubb is just not the same running back that he used to be. Not as efficient, not as explosive. This is definitely, I think, Woody Marks' backfield. He's the clear number 1 running back for this Texans offense. He's a young guy. They probably want to see what they have in him. They've been giving him more playing time the last few weeks. And now he gets a great matchup at home against the Bills. The Bills have been a major run funnel this year. The way you beat the Bills is on the ground. If you look at what the Bills have allowed this season to opposing running backs, they're top 5 in rushing yards allowed. They've given up the most rushing touchdowns, and they've given up the second most fantasy points to the running back position. So if there's a spot where Woody Marks could have success, I think this would be it. And again, he got 19 touches last week, just wasn't very efficient. This is a matchup where he should definitely be efficient facing a Bills team that's been gashed on the ground, giving up a lot of yards per carry. The Bills have also been a team that's historically struggled against pass-catching running backs. Now, so far this season, they've been pretty good at limiting, receptions and receiving yards to running backs, but I know in the past the Bills have given up some big games, to pass-catching running backs. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Marks do some work in the passing game as well. He definitely projects to probably see 14 to 15 touches here, if not maybe more. I mean, you look at his rush attempts line. I mean, that's set at 15.5, so he's projected to get 15 to 16 carries. He's favored for 1.5 receptions, so you give him 16 carries and 2 to 3 catches with that type of volume in this good of a matchup against a team that's really getting beat on the ground, giving up a lot of yards and giving up a lot of touchdowns as well to running backs. It just sets up as such a good spot for Woody Marks here. The role's been growing, the snaps have been going up, everything's trending up for him. Almost feels good, too good to be true. Hopefully that's not the case though. I do like this spot a lot for Woody Marks, and I like him for more than 12 fantasy score. So that's what we're going to take, guys, as our 2 props here for Thursday Night Football, Week 12. We're going to take Gabe Davis for more than 26.5 receiving yards, and we're going to take Woody Marks for more than 12 fantasy score. Hopefully we can hit both these plays and go 2-0 on this Thursday Night Football game. As always, guys, I do appreciate you watching these Prizepicks videos. I appreciate your support. Make sure to hit that like button down below. If you guys do enjoy these videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And again, if you're not on Prizepicks, go make an account, sign up, use that promo code NOAH. When you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code, play $5, you'll get $50 worth of free lineups just for signing up and using code NOAH. But yeah, guys, good luck. Let's win some money on this Thursday night football game, and I'll see you guys in the next video.